Going on to you, Taurus out there. Hope y'all are having a great day. Before I begin, real quick, if anybody who lives in New York City knows MMA or mixed martial arts, and you watch my videos and you would like to teach me or you would like to meet up, please let's do so. Contact me through my email, or you can contact me here through my comment section. Thanks. So for you, all right, so for you, Taurus, you have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Swords, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So these three cards right here for you, Taurus, are about how the Ten of Wands speaks to a level of completion. It speaks to a zenith in your realization, a zenith in your frustration. The Four of Swords, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Some of you, Taurus, are frustrated enough to actually start changing the way that you look at life, right? Start changing your perspectives, because, and I've talked about this before, that part of the growth process is frustration, and so much frustration to the point of exhaustion. Because what happens is, what sprouts out of put in effort and what sprouts out of like exhaustion is the realization of when something is useless and when something is worth your time. This is why it is that they say pick your battles, because you have to be able to understand when something is useful to do or useless to do, right? When something is useless, don't even try, conserve your energy. And so you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Justice. This speaks to how a lot of you, Taurus, are kind of putting away some of the things that you used to do, which is like trying to argue with folks. A lot of you, Taurus, are starting to put that up. Another thing that you, Taurus, are starting to put up too is trying to like convince people to like you, right? Like if the person is immediately not open-minded to get to know you in the first place, then it means that they're not really looking for somebody. Because I'm about to say something and it's gonna be real, and I want you, Taurus, to think about it yourselves, that when people say that they're type and like they're willing to just kind of like downplay people for any old reason whatsoever, are they really looking for somebody? Because at the end of the day and all that other type of stuff, right? If you really looking for somebody, you really going to be open-minded in the first place. See, this is what it is that I'm talking about. This is why it is that I say that. This is why I be joking, but I'm serious. This is why it is that I say things like, what is attraction? Because the truth is, attraction, when you really go down that path of attraction, you realize that attraction is not as strict as most people try to make it seem. The reason why it is that everybody is trying to make attraction strict like that is because of the fact that they're really looking for somebody to kind of fleece. They're really looking for somebody to take advantage of and to eat off of their plate and to really be a parasite off of. That's why it has to be it's so particular, because if you really looking for somebody, if you really looking for somebody, why is it that you really care about how much money they're making or stuff like this? You know what I mean? Like, we all have different nuances and circumstances in the first place. So it's the same thing that goes with you, Taurus, as well. Like, you realize that a lot of people are not out here actually looking for someone to go ahead, my love. But you realize that not everybody is actually looking for something or looking for love the way that they try to make it seem like. They make it because a lot of you, Taurus, a lot of you have been in the trenches as of recently, getting to know people. As fine as a lot of you, Taurus, are, right? As attractive as I was talking about as a lot of you, Taurus, are. And what you're realizing from personal experience, which is now becoming wisdom because you've lived the experience of it, is a lot of you are realizing that a lot of people, they have such strict standards, because they're not even really standards, they're expectations. And the reason why it's such a strict expectations that they conflate as standards is because they're looking to parasite off of somebody. They're not that, you know, that's why it has to be so particular, right? Like I've dated real talk. Like I've tried to get to know people taller than me, shorter than me. I'm 5'7". I've tried to get people who are like chicks that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 5'7". I've spoken to chicks that are literally 5'10", maybe even 6 feet. I don't care, right? Shorter than me, uh, bigger than me as far as weight is concerned. Blue eyes, brown eyes, hazel eyes, curly hair, blonde hair, dark hair, real dark complected skin, right? Real dark. Whatever it is that I found that was attractive, light skinned, right? Puerto Rican, Dominican, right? I was engaged to a Dominican, right? That was the Aries that I was talking to y'all about. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I'm actually looking, right? So because I was actually looking, I wasn't so caught up with needing to do things in a particular sort of fashion where it's like, no, the person, you know, the person who I'm getting to know has to be, they gotta, you know, they gotta wear blue jeans, you know what I'm saying? It was like, no, like I'm open, I'm looking. You dig what I'm saying? But what I realized from looking is that it's not just about their physical features, right? It's also about their spirituality as well. And I already knew this, but I didn't specifically know what I wanted and what to look out for until I actually started to date. Then when I started to sit back and I started to see how a lot of the people who I used to like date and like kick it with, they lie a lot. They go wherever the wind blows. They don't really have integrity or anything like that. That's when I was like, you know, my breakups with them and my faults and my follies, I learned through experience, like, oh, okay, I don't like this. I don't like everybody lies, but on average, and the government done did a social studies experiment on this, people lie. Normal people, healthy people lie at an average, okay? At an average. Obviously, some may lie less, at an average of 3 times a week, right? So I realized that a lot of people out here, they throw up a lot of lies. More than 3 a week, a lot of lies. The car that they drive, right? Where they work, how good they're doing in life, their health, or anything. They lie literally for no reason. They be lying literally for no reason. Like there's no benefit or I ain't gonna say drawback, but there's no benefit in lying. There's no consequences in telling the truth. And they literally lie anyway. And it's like, what are you doing, right? So the thing is that that's how it is that I know that you Taurus are at a point where y'all actually really see it. You know what I mean? And that you have to really be happy within yourselves first and foremost, because a lot of people out here capping. So the thing is that the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Cups represents during the next, I should say, look, you already have met somebody brand new, but you Taurus are just taking your time right now to really get to know a person, because a lot of you Taurus are understanding from personal experience. And a lot of people, like I said, they out here and they capping. They're not really being real with this thing. And that's true. A lot of people out here, they do lie. They do cap. They do. The King of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles is about how you have so much to offer. Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, shout outs to Stop Playing With Us Tarot. Shout outs to her. She's a Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But shout outs to her. I will put her YouTube channel link in the comment section below. Go over there if y'all want to. Go over there, right? For you residential Tauruses, go over there, check her out. This is, she ain't asked me to do any of this. This is completely unexpected. But I just wanted to show her some support, right? That should combat some of the ideologies that, I'm I'm misogynoir, all that. I'm misogynistic and all of that. Which is totally not true, by the way. That is totally not correct. Totally not correct. I support the people who support me. Period. Anyway, so the Queen of Swords represents how, since that's the case, right? Since you're getting to know some people, the Queen of Swords it means for you, Taurus, to just understand that there's a good moderation or a good mix between wanting to see if a person likes you a little bit, right? Look before you leap, and trying to take advantage and be a parasite of somebody, because you have to be very mindful, because there sometimes can be a fine line. And the reason why is because this comes a part of what a lot of people are out here doing. Why it is that they put up all of these different requirements, right? A person gotta take them out on a fancy date and do this, and they gotta have this and they gotta have that. All of that type of stuff, honestly, Taurus, is like guarantees that the person wants to see, right? Because a lot of those people are very insecure. So now you have to prove to me that you like me. I have to see from you that that you like me. I gotta get a gift. I gotta get some form of like gift to walk away with, to where even if you turn out to be playing me or wasting my time, I can walk away saying, I got this out of you, right? They're guarantees. This is why a lot of the times people, like I said before, this is why a lot of the times people will get so offended when it's square dealings, right? It's like, look, let's go to a restaurant. Look, let's go to a fast food joint. Look, let's go to Popeyes. Let's go to KFC. And like they getting bent out of shape about that. And it's like, yo, like there's really no reason behind it why they should be getting offended at that, because y'all two are the whole point of dating, period, is to be with one another. Doesn't matter if it's because again, people keep doing this, fam. They keep taking stuff out of context. No matter if it's the first date, no matter if it's the 100th date. The point of being in a relationship, period, is to get to know yourself. First and foremost, there's no exceptions to that. Is to have a spiritual experience with yourself, and to get to know yourself and grow and become better as time go on for yourself. That's number one. There's no exceptions. There's no other order. And then secondary is to actually get to know the person and get to know them. The dates and all that other type of crap that people put so much of trying to take stuff out of. And look, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just saying they be taking it out of context, because they go, oh, well, the first date is to go Dutch, and then I could do. No, because you're still in the same trap. You still put yourself back behind the same 8 ball. The whole point of itself is to go Dutch the whole time. The whole time that y'all are dating and getting to know each other is to go Dutch. Y'all are two consenting, responsible, or you're supposed to be two consenting, responsible adults. That's correct. So I'm not saying, obviously common sense will tell you that obviously if you want to pay for something out of the kindness of your own heart, but generally speaking, the two of y'all should be paying your own bills. What is that? That literally makes no sense to be like, yeah, first date we're gonna go Dutch, but then after that I can, right? Or like the first 2 dates I can go Dutch. We can go Dutch, but then after that, then I'll start to pay for the dates. Then it doesn't make any sense. So the thing is that I was finished with it. So that's my point with the whole thing, right? A lot of you Taurus are just you're learning how to date better. You're learning how to be more right and exact. So let's clarify the Queen of Swords. King of Wands, the Magician, Hierophant, Six of Swords, yeah. Ace of Cups, yeah. So the King of Wands and Magician and the Hierophant represents you have to learn how to keep your cool. That when those people want to be crazy, when they want to act like they're too fancy, when they want to joke on you, when they want to bag on you, when people want to give you a hard time, you have to keep a calm head. You have to be patient. You have to just stay calm, because one of the things that is used against all of the zodiac signs here on my channel that I talk about, right, is their frustration. The jokes and the antics that sometimes people will play. Not everybody will do that, but if they don't do that, then you're not going to be frustrated. You dig what I'm saying? Because you'll actually feel like you're moving forward. But if you ever find yourself in a position where you are getting frustrated with somebody, what I learned is to remain calm as best as you possibly can and to separate yourself from them, right? And that maybe if you want to come back and talk to them again, maybe, right? That's if you want to. But generally speaking, to separate yourself from them and really take the time to really see what's going on here. The Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups right here is about, because once you take that time, you won't be so emotionally invested, for one. And for number two, they're trying to get you frustrated, because then they can come back and say, oh, well, you must care about me because there's no reason why it is that you should be getting so upset. They're so emotionally illiterate and petty and useless, because it's not going anywhere for them. Their life is terrible. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. There's a link in the comment section below called the Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's all the ways to get a personal reading from me. Come through and get a reading, yo. A lot of times people will come through and check the readings and stuff like this, but they won't come through. So I'm encouraging y'all, come through and get a reading. Peace.